As they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we...
Sanders got it for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30. Up to the 33. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, Watson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson being chased out left. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, 27 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Out to his left. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble throwing to double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing to too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Room to run past midfield. And he's got room. Past the 20.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 65 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Desmond King now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen now looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Watson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Watson buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Check it back, check it back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. To return it now, here's King. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Get your swerve on. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On 4th down, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Touchdown, Bills!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen.
And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They're running it. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a first down throw, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. forced out to his left. Amendola catching it left side.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Johnson.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Johnson again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Allen off the play fake. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They overload him that time on a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He'll buy some time right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a pickup of 17 there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality.
Touchdown!
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
On the return, here's King.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Complete to Akins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he's got this down to the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Watson to throw.
Dancing to his left.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we